All right. We are live on Riverside. This is the industry's biggest night. I want to welcome everybody to the 25 Pool Critics' Choice Awards. I am here with the two newest members of the Tang clan, Diana McNaughton, Jeff Martin. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Before we get into this, and we got some great categories. I've been a part of something like this every year with different people. It's always it always fluxes is on who's into what depending on the categories. But I don't know. I painstakingly went through all these categories, so I think we got some good categories this year. Hopefully, nobody gets their feelings hurt if they see this. But I just wanted to take an opportunity to give a quick thanks. Not like I'm trying to get any kudos or anything like that, because I don't believe in that shit. But I just wanted to thank first off Ashley and Sky Woodward. I see my boy wearing that Action 24/7 hat.
Absolutely.
When I was with them this year, earlier in the year, they gave me a bunch of swag and pictures and autograph balls and everything like that, and I sent those Jeff's way. And then last but not least, I want to thank John Mora. Wanted to get something for Diana that I knew she would be into, because she's very open about the players she follows and everything. So I contacted John Mora, and not a problem. Oh yeah, done. So he wound up sending her a jersey, and for what he charged me, I see other guys selling stuff, and it's like, dude, he's a good dude compared to everybody else. And I'm excited. Just me and him talking briefly. I'm excited. He agreed to come on the show when he's got time. He's somebody I have a tremendous amount in common with. Not only being Italian and fighting with our families with loud conversation and everything like that, but we also share recovery too, and that's something I'm proud of. I know he's proud of it, and I'm anxious to get into a conversation about pool, about life, about all that shit. So thank you to the Woodwards, and thank you, John Moore. I appreciate you guys. That said, let's start the shenanigans. So these are 10 categories. Everything from like I said in the reel to get everybody started. From best junior to biggest shit show to best feel good moment, most valuable players, least valuable players. It's what I think a pool fan, if you're going to watch throughout the course of the year, I think these are important things for you. Everybody takes like a personal inventory, of what they're into and what they expect to see throughout the year. So I think these are some good categories to get an idea of where the three critics in the media come from. So I want to start this off with favorite pool social media page. And Diana, we're going to start with you.
Besides ours, I would have to pick.
Good answer.
Besides ours, but if I had to pick an actual page, it would probably be the Sharks stream. He's good.
Yeah. He's the guy's burst onto the scene a lot lately. He must have a ton of cash because he's just popping up everywhere. What about you, Jeff? Favorite pool social media page?
Gotta go with Dominic. Dunsky Dungeon. What he's done for pool over the last year or so has been great. He's outing scammers, people who are air barreling, not paying off, putting together
a lot of players,
sponsoring plenty of players, putting together action matches, getting money back into pool, getting people gambling, riled up, trying to end the library pool that we've become accustomed to. It's well done to him, without a doubt.
Dunsky's Dungeon. Yeah, we had a good interview with him a couple years ago at the 3 Seconds booth, and if there's one person that's more forthcoming about pool and vocal about pool, it's him. So that's a great pick, Jeff. My favorite social media page, I had a couple. I'm always on Max Eberle's YouTube page. I
Mhm.
think if you're a competing pool player, he's got stuff on there that's eye opening, and it doesn't matter if you're a novice or you've been playing 30, 40 years. What Max Eberly says, take it as gospel. But I would say my favorite overall page, and this is probably over the past year. Like I really took to this guy's page, and I always held him in such a high standard. But Ralph Eckert's Instagram page, um, he's got shots on there every day, and he plays every day. It's just something he has to do. He has to hit balls, and he's got different shots he puts on there from uh, outings that he does or
Mhm.
exhibitions or whatnot, and they're awesome. It's I always hold him in such a high standard. I think he's so regal, and it comes off that way. And not to mention he's probably one of the biggest fans of the movie The Hustler that I've ever seen. I thought I had a
Yeah.
lot of pictures and shit. This guy has collections of posters and from different languages and all that. It's awesome. He's a good dude. So Ralph Eckert is my choice.
100%. Very solid page. Very great guy.
Yeah, and I don't really keep a lot of European Mosconi Cup, on my walls and everything like that. But the one year from the team that he captained, I just thought that was the best ever.
Hmm.
To go from him to no captains, it's like wow, what a cut, what a downgrade from there. All right, next category up: favorite pool show or podcast. Jeff, we're going to start with you.
So I'm going with YouTube channel on this one, actually. I'm going to go with John Disk for a lot of the same reasons that you went with Max Eberly. He breaks down the game of pool in a different way than most people do. He cuts out this looking 3 shots ahead nonsense. He just says you got to look at the
Yeah,
whole table, play the runouts, like look at it. Got to know where everything's going before you even start. And he just breaks down every single shot and what it takes to be a pool player, how to be a pool player, what you need to think about, and how to think about it. And then just no frills, no BS, just gets down and runs balls. And it's a solid, good dude with a great channel.
yeah. Good answer. Good answer. What about you, Diana?
Um, I kind of went back and forth on this one. So he was in like at the bottom of my feed, but now he's back at the top of this feed because his opinion's gone a little less biased lately. So I'm gonna put Molina back in there. I was not watching him for a while just because he was, in my own opinion, he was drinking the matchroom juice, but
That
I feel
Fraser
like he's
Kool Aid.
no longer drinking it. So
Yeah,
I like his opinions again. So he's back at the top of my feed again.
yeah. Diana, and that's a good choice because I went with you on that. Um, I I don't know. I think of us all as like a brotherhood. Q Tang Clan, Dogging It, Shark Stream. Boomer and Freeze Show, and the guy that has that podcast. He's got a weird spelling, but his name goes by his name is Nate. Um,
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that
we're
guy.
we're all in I don't want to say competition with each other because we all bring different things, but I think we're all connected and we're all a brotherhood. So I don't think any show is bad. Um, but for me, I hold Dogging It as the bar I set because
Hmm.
he's got the following. He's doing shows day after day. Um, no matter the event or what's going on in the pool world, he's always got a show going on. And I look at myself, I what I offer, I like to do like a weekly recap, but he's every day. But long story short, I just consider Mike the bar. And like what you said, Diana, I think because of the success, I think people bring a lot of stuff to him, like especially like Emily, like she can do her bidding, through media outlets.
Hmm.
And like you said, I think he was very very pro Emily, but I send him messages all the time. I tell him if he's done a good show or not, and just through the chats we have, it looks like he's a lot less, you know, dealing with her shit and just wants pool to be better, not not anybody's vision of it. You know what if that's going to cost people their Q sponsor or go to a different league or something like that. So I'm happy he's corrected the sales a little bit. So yeah, Molina Mike, that's my choice. Next up, favorite new Q or piece of gear from 2025. Start with Diana.
That I've seen, but
if it's new to you or something you've seen on social media, if Predator put something out new this year that you liked, or maybe you came across a piece of gear that you liked, not necessarily new, but just new to you, just a piece of gear or something.
I would like to see the effect of Alex's tip solution. What does he call it? Tip glue or tip something?
Yeah, all the Pagulayan stuff.
Yeah, but I'm very interested to see Shane's new Q with Q-Tech. I'm super excited to see what that plays like. And I'm pretty sure Anticia was playing with it in Turning Stone.
Yeah.
But I would like to see that Q up close.
And it's very cleverly named, the SVB2. Mm-hmm. Jeff, what about you, brother?
I got to go with some Alex Pagulayan gear here, man.
Yeah.
The underwear. I've got to go with the underwear. Like, never in my wildest dreams did I think that was going to happen, and he released it. So mad props to him. I'm going to eventually buy a pair, and just for the fun of it, maybe I'll win a tournament.
Mine is Halbrand, and I think we see it popping up more and more. They're Chinese based. I got to be at their booth at the expo. You know, the two women that were running the booth there, they took very good care of me. They gave me a lot of chalks and different tips and everything like that. And ever since then, I've been playing with the Halbrand tip, and Hal players that play with their tips, Josh Filler, Shane Van Moning. I don't think I need to come up with any more names than that. But the second I started using this tip, I felt like I was cheating. Mm-hmm. It's that good. They have a Hal Black, which is more conducive to carbon fiber shafts, and then they have the red tip, which you put on wood. And man, this tip. It's like I had to immediately. You know, at the expo, they have all these guys that'll throw on tips in half an hour for you for $20. And as soon as I got it, I threw it on. I played with it immediately, and I liked it. And then when I got home, I just started going crazy, ordering, you know, different shafts with all types of How tips on it. I mean, it's definitely, I don't want to say improve my game. I think we're all, you know, with the skills that we got in our hands, I mean, I think we're all limited to that.
It makes a difference, though. It really does.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. You don't want to think that I want to feel like I can go in with the broomstick and play good pool, but this tip, I really felt like it changed my game. Like I just had such a clean hit and a solid hit from it. And,
yeah, I played with one for about 6 or 8 months, and it's probably top two of the top 2 tips I've ever played with. I really like them. They're very good tips.
I think we're in such a tough sport or hobby or whatever you want to call it to try different gear. You know,
it's impossible.
Every state's got some type of expo or outing to where you can go around and play with different stuff. But you hit a couple balls. You don't know if you like it or not.
And you don't know what it's going to be like on your equipment.
Exactly.
Because what it does on one shaft and one butt is completely different than what it does on something else, and what it does 3 months down the road or 2 weeks down the line.
100%.
And it's annoying to rip off a tip every month and put a new one on, because you can be doing that for the next 20 years and never get through everything and figure out what you like the best.
Yeah, and there's so many great things out there, and smart people coming up with good stuff, like the guy that makes Magic Rack Roy. He's got some great tips coming out, or I think they're out, and everybody's got something, and it's so hard to try all of it. So it's like when you do find something different from what you've been using. It's like, whoa,
Mhm.
where the fuck's this been my whole life? So, how tips. Next up, favorite pool retailer. And Jeff, I want to start with you.
What? That was on the list. Oh, I missed that, but okay.
Do you like Jam Up or Onboard, or if
Oh,
there's a place that you shop, Cybert's,
may-
Pool Dog?
yeah, no. Gotta give a shout out to DFW. I mean, DFW Builder Supply. What is that? What they're called, right?
Fort Worth
Fort
FW
Worth.
Builders,
Fort Worth. Yeah, Fort Worth. Sorry. Yeah, them. Everything. I order a good bit of stuff from them, and they're always on point, on time, fast shipping, good
Yeah.
prices. Just get it to you as fast as possible, and it's always a smooth transaction.
Yeah, Albert's a good dude. He's one of the few bright spots in that business,
Mhm.
and they sponsor a ton of people.
Yes. When I buy pool stuff, I try to buy local, or I try to buy from people who put money back into the game.
Yeah,
Because if you're not putting money back in those people's pockets, they're not going to be able to keep putting money back into the game. It's a cycle. It makes a difference.
that it is. What about you, Diana?
The one retailer I've noticed that's put out a big, huge step this year is a Canadian company. I'm probably going to butcher the name because it's French, but Masse, Masse. They actually just built a brand new cue, and they gave it to Eric to start playing with. That's another cue I'd like to see up close and personal and give it a few goes. Is a new cue that Eric's playing with. I haven't seen a good picture of it just yet, but he's doing really well with it. Besides that one, yeah.
Masse. I don't even know if today's pool player even know what a Masse is. I haven't seen anybody use it since Mike DeShane. No, I'm talking about like the move Masse, like the shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, they come up every once in a while, but
Yeah.
not huge ones. I mean, I guess the last real big one was the last real one of memory was Chris Melling on that 8-ball
Right.
run out versus Mika. But I mean, you see small ones, but hardly ever
Yeah.
do you see big Masses anymore with the jump cues that are out now.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
Yeah,
not a lot of reason.
people
to do
just
it.
go up and over now. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I won't own a jump cue. I'm sorry. If I can't kick at it or swerve around it, I don't think that's fair.
If I own my own table again, I would have a jump cue, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna try and learn how to jump on someone else's equipment. That's I like playing at the pool hall I play at. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's definitely. I cringe when I see these guys doing all their striking down
Mhm.
shit, and the table looks like it's all dimpled and everything like that. All right, on to category number 5, favorite junior 18 and under. Diana, you start.
Oh, I forgot to go look up her name, but that little lady that uses the footstool. What's her name again? I was watching the Turning Stone up until about an hour ago, so I'm literally going through the list, just winging it. Well, not winging it. I have my answers, but I couldn't go look for that little lady's name. But
I know
she
who you're
uses
talking about. I don't remember who it is though.
Yeah. She's got like long blonde curly hair. And she uses a footstool to play. Wow, that little lady can shoot. Wow. But if I'm not too sure how old Sophia is, but Sophia has had a massive year.
She's a junior,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She beats Savannah today.
What about you, Jeff?
So younger guy, gonna be known if you don't already know him, Gavin Ray Matthew, out of Texas, I believe. I met him 2 years ago at the Moscone Cup. He was hanging out with Gage Smith, another junior, another good kid. man, and lately Gavin Reyes just came on fire. He was playing a semi-local split bracket over New Year's Eve weekend here. He beat Lucas twice on the high side of the bracket. He beat him on the winner's side. Then he went on to play Devin Poteet, and he lost to Devin. And he met Lucas again on the loser side of the bracket and beat him there to play Devin again. And I mean, if you're beating Lucas at 13 years old and you're just running and gunning, like you're getting there. Like you're gonna be somebody. I mean, I know Lucas isn't that old, but still, he's a solid player.
Yeah.
And this kid was great. You know, met him down at Moscone, and I had him engage in action against 30 and 40-year-olds. We're sitting here gambling. They're making me money, and it's just like got a 11-year-old and a 14-year-old over here just hustling people, and we're making money. It's great.
Yeah, I love that. I love seeing where these guys are going to end up in 5-10 years. My favorite junior I put down is Nico Conkle. I watched him in a one of those Predator events. They had the juniors playing, and he wound up losing in the finals to this kid Laz Martinez, who I think it's a little bit more well known than Nico. But I was just impressed with Nico is playing, and then just talking with Sky and who he has his eye on for future Moscone Cup members, and he says Nico Conkle, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, finally, somebody else is talking about this kid. So what impressed me more about this kid was how he was raised. Because the second he lost, and it went Hill, the second he lost, his family came in to console him. And then immediately they went right over to Laz Martinez and his family, and they congratulated them, great match and everything like that. So he comes from good stock. And those are the people that like I want to put my fandom and effort into watching. So
absolutely,
Nico Conkle is my junior of choice. This next one is probably, I think we're all going to possibly all have different answers, but this was who stepped up and who stepped back in 25. What I'm looking for is a player who took a step forward and another player who took the step back. So, Jeff, I'm going to start with you on this one.
It's almost hard to say this, but Yap took a step forward, obviously. Yeah. Like, I mean, just such a great year. But saying he took a step forward from what he's been doing is also kind of insane because he was just crushing beforehand. But 25 was just next level year for him. And we'll see if the momentum continues with him for sure. But he definitely stepped up this year.
What about somebody who took a step back?
FSR.
Yep.
I mean, he might have gotten over it now, but last year he was just not on. Something was just not right with him, and he just definitely went backwards. He had a good showing this week in Chinese Taipei Open. I think he came in 4th, something like that. Quarterfinals, 8th, 4th. He finished in the semi, so it was 3rd, 4th. But so, that's a good showing right out of the gate for him. But last year just was not his year.
He's one I'm always on the fence with. I don't really think he's a great shooter. I think his safety game is better than anybody else's, though.
Yeah,
and that's where he positions himself.
Scott Frost was saying something on the broadcast this morning, early this morning. I don't remember when. I was half asleep, but he was saying that he was talking with FSR about this, and that FSR told him he had figured something out mentally that he was not doing that he needed to do. That is allowing him to get back to feeling like he can play pool again. So we'll see if it pans out.
It might be Predator Qs. It seems like the second he switched to Q-Tech, it went downhill.
It's always possible.
What about you, Diana?
I have to agree with Yap. 2025 for Yap was, we're going to be talking about him for a while for his performance all last year. And not just like, he did it unbelievably gracefully, I have to say. Like, so, for his age, he did it so gracefully and maturely. Yeah. And the person I thought that stepped back would have to be Albin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think not being on the tour is hurting his game? He's not seeing that quality of players anymore.
This is just a personal opinion of mine, but I think he went a little quiet after Mika.
Yeah.
And I know they played on Mosconi a few times, but also Albin's a very private guy, so if he doesn't want us knowing something, we're not going to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like his sister's his only confidant.
Yeah, and he publicly talked about how he was fighting demons a little bit there because he won the World 8-Ball, I believe, finally again.
Oh, that's right.
And he was like, it was the biggest relief I've ever seen on a pool player in my life. I mean, it was like, because he'd been fighting it for so long, and I just think he felt like he couldn't win anymore. And hopefully he comes back now. Hopefully he can find a way back to fighting, because I love watching Alvin play.
Yeah, he's a great player. Great player. I had some different answers. A player who stepped up. I think everybody's consensus this year would have been Pius. He had a great year. He had that win. But for me, and I hope I'm not going to get shit for this because I bring him up all the time because I really think highly of him. But Robbie Capito for me, he had the win last year. And it wasn't surrounded by much. Subpar first half, had the win. Subpar second half. But let me read you guys this. This was Robbie Capito's year. He wins in Romania at the Zantip Invitational. Second at Jacksonville. Third at the PLP. Third at the Mez. Third at Box Billiards. Third at Hanoi. Third in the Philippines. Fifth at the Perry. I mean, if he was a NASCAR driver, he'd be a champion.
Yep.
I think he should have been on the Reyes Cup team this year and last year. I just think he's because he's a quiet guy. He's overlooked. His social media game has stepped up massively, and I hope that brings more eyes to him. But Robbie Capito's the name that I believe has stepped forward, and hopefully, we see a lot more from him, this year going forward.
Absolutely.
The player I think stepped back, Mickey Krause. Last year, he was everybody's darling. He couldn't do no wrong. And this year, it's like, where was he? I know he had a couple spotty events where he popped up, but I don't know. I personally didn't see him at all.
It almost feels like he got fat. He made such a good living in 24 that in 25 it was just, and that happens, especially in this game, man.
Of course,
you get a good bankroll going, and all of a sudden you lose the fight and the drive to stick at the practice table 8 hours a day. And it's just human nature, and that's a good possibility on what happened. I'm not saying it is, but you put back a large chunk of change and you just lose the drive to go.
Yeah, too much too soon. He got fed everything and put on those teams, the Reyes Cup and the Mosconi Cup, and maybe he thought he didn't have to train as hard. He's like, you can rely on what got you there, but like you said, Jeff, it's once you get there, it's like you got to put in even more to stay there. Let's see, what do we got next? Here's a favorite from everybody is, what was your worst event? What was the biggest shit show? Diana, you start this one.
It's coin toss between the Reyes Cup and the Mosconi Cup. I'm probably going to go with the Mosconi Cup because, yeah.
That's fair. That actually sums it up perfectly.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to even enlighten on anymore. Jeff, what about you?
Hanoi. I mean, dear God, could you have made a worse event on the schedule and just planned it with floods and typhoons and tsunamis and just terrible.
Yeah,
I
that's the
mean,
exact same thing I had.
no
Was
air
Hanoi.
conditioning, 300% humidity, 200 degrees outside, and a flood. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's when I think of big companies, I think of them having a logistics department, and it doesn't take a total fucking bright-eyed person to Google, different countries
Mm-hmm.
and when their rainy season is. Every year, same time, they may have got lucky in the past once, but when they go there, it's peak rainy season.
Yep.
And what summed it up for me perfectly was what a big shit show Hanoi was. At the same exact time, Pro Billiard Series is in Indonesia, and they're on a fucking beach, and everybody's posting pictures with their feet up and drinking umbrella drinks. And look at this, my props are going down. Yeah, everybody's drinking umbrella drinks and having a great time while other people are trapped inside their hotel room and fighting floods and kayaking to the event. So Hanoi was my shit show. Let's see here. Best event of 2025. Jeff, let's start with you.
The inaugural, I kind of have two. They're totally different. But the inaugural Florida Open for major events was the best event, in my opinion, of 2025. The crowd, with how close they were and how loud it was in there for a regular event, it was a Moscone level atmosphere in that place, and it just felt amazing. It was great to watch. It was good drama the whole way through. And yeah, I just don't think there's a better 9-ball event or 10-ball event or anything this year. That's it.
And that was the El Caribe or something like that was the
the Caribe Royale. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Very nice property. Very nice.
Yeah. Now, is there anything around there? I mean, is it just you're reduced to the grounds, or
Disney's like 10 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're close, yeah.
What about you, Diana? Best event of 2025?
I'm probably a little biased on this side, but I'm going to probably go with Atlantic City. It's probably because we had so many Canadians in the roster, and that's where Mora and Jesus went at it again.
Yeah.
That entire event was fun to watch. Like,
Yeah.
I was pretty much glued to my TV and watching the comments the entire 4 days or 5 days or something like that, and just rooting for all of my fellow Canadians that came from the east side and west side. So I'm going to say, yeah, Atlantic City was my favorite to watch.
Nice.
That was probably one of my favorite matches was during that event. I was there, obviously, and I was sitting next to Carlo Beato and his wife watching Federer and Boaninen play.
Oh, yeah, the Filipino guy. Yeah.
Surrounded by nothing but Filipinos, watching Federer and their boy duke it out. It was one of the best pool matches of my life.
This is a little off topic, but do you guys like all that shit that Federer's putting out on social media now, like the day in the life of see him washing his face? And
I haven't paid attention to a lot of his social media lately. It somehow fell out of my algorithm that I'm somehow, I don't know why, but maybe that implies that I don't really care about it.
Yeah, I wish it would fall out of mine.
Tuned into it just yet, but it's a different approach.
Yeah.
I mean, his media teams hasn't swayed him too left so far. I mean, his media teams, after he made the American Moscone Cup, his media team was phenomenal. But this daily life thing is interesting. Let's see where it goes.
It's got to be
how long he actually sticks with it.
It's got to be getting them a ton of views in Asia, and I think that's the main goal is to just capitalize on his Asian fan base. Because I'm sure that really hits with them day in life. An American pool player doing yada yada, it's completely culturally different from them. So I'm sure it makes a pretty big impact.
Yeah, I see it, and he's like today I wash my face and I work out my legs. And I on the next hand, I see Christina like partying and she's going to dances and she's.
I did not run into her in Miami. Like I'm a little upset because we were both there. Like I didn't see her.
She's great, man. She seems like she's living the life, and good for her. Good for her. My best event was the Texas Open at Skinny Bob's. This is an event every year. Vitaly Petzura dominates, although he finished third place on this last one. Free event on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there's a healthy. They're not altering the tables anyway. They're just natural tables. They're doing alternate break, and I think that lets everybody play together. And it was just well run. The pool was good. Vitaly Petzura and John Mora was possibly the best fucking match that I've seen this year.
Yeah, these
two guys went head up. Hill. One of the best matches all year. But I just, to me, it ran flawless. It was just good. It was positive. It's multiple tables. Not to mention it was free, and I didn't have to pay $10 that I wish I could get back from Matchroom TV or WNT TV.
Free pool is so nice.
Yeah. It's that's what pisses me off about having to spend $10 on that shit, is because they can post everything for free on YouTube and make
crush.
Yeah. And make more money than what they're probably getting in subscriptions from.
Sell an extra 30-second ad spot and take another 30-second break in between every 3 racks. Do it. You'll make your money back.
Yeah, and that's why you got to admire Pro Billiard Series.
Yeah,
everything's 100% free.
100%.
They'll show it all fucking night too, and 2 a.m.
And they've got commentators. Somewhere. They've got commentators on more than just the main table.
Right.
And they're all how good. That works.
And it's anytime I can hear Mark White instead of not knowing the difference between Jeremy Jones and Scott Frost, I'll take it.
I miss Nick Schulman doing pool commentary.
Yeah.
Schulman was great.
All right, this one is most valuable player, least valuable player, and it's a multi-headed category. Most valuable and least valuable men, and then I want your women pick also. Who did I start with last? Last time I started Diana. Jeff, you go first on this one.
Most valuable player, definitely Yap. 100%. No question. I mean, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Least valuable player, as far as men are concerned, there's 5 of them. Federer, SVB, Skyler, Tyler, and Billy. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Team USA, you're just taking the L. You can have all of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just terrible.
What about your women?
Women, say Asoa, most valuable. And then I just don't know that I have a least valuable. I really don't have enough input to destroy somebody like that in the women's World Pool. I'm just going to abstain. I'm not gonna kick any sand in anybody's face on that one. Sounds like a bad idea.
Diana, what are yours?
Most valuable player. This is a hard one. It's a toss up between PS and Moritz. I want to say PS did a really good job in over there. I was hoping to get a little bit more out of them at the Moscone, but they still did okay. So if I actually had to pick one, I would probably still go with Moritz. My favorite female, Canadian Brittany, because she won all 3 this year, just a few months ago. The 8 ball, 9, or is it 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball? The least valuable for men's. I can't think of anybody entirely right now. Maybe because he was just running his mouth so much at the Moscone, I'm going to have. I would go with Jason.
Yeah, he seems to go into hiding a lot.
Yeah. And I'm a Jeff on this one. I can't name it.
Well,
go ahead, Rob. Go ahead and name the one. Yeah.
Fortunately for everybody, I have filled categories on this one. Along with everybody else, my MVP was Yap. My female MVP was Sosoa. I think she took a monster step forward. From all the winners being Kelly Fisher, Jasmine Ocean, and Christina Tkach, for her to go back to back on the last 2 Pro Billiard Series events, huge. So she's really asserting herself as a top female in the game. Before, it was like Predator Pro Billiard Series. It's either going to be Rubelin or Jessica winning. Now it's like it's opened up a bit. My least valuable man, and I hate to say it because I love the guy so much and I want so much good for him. It's Sky. And I know about the back injury. I know he got married this year. But his game is Jekyll and Hyde, man. I want so much for him to be Sky of 5 years ago. A guy who showed up at Derby and kicked the shit out of everybody. Showed up in the Moscone Cup and you couldn't deny him the MVP. I just want so much more for him. But until I see it, I need to see it. My least valuable woman, I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. I know it. She's a tremendously nice person. She's probably the nicest person in pool. But the sponsorships that she has and the attention she garners, it doesn't equate with the finishes for me. And that's April Larson. Yeah. I hate to say it because she's nice and she's great and she's on everybody's list. But I just don't see the finishes. She's, for someone of her stature, she should be going to these WPBA events where
snapping every single one of them. Yeah, maybe not all of them, but
not all these women are pros that play in that.
Right.
A lot of them are like housewives that do commentary also. Yep. Christina, Jasmine,
it should
Kelly
be it should be a lot of 1st to 4th place finishes.
Yes.
Consistently in these.
Yes.
Events. Yeah.
And that's what throws it for me. Like I said, I love Sky. I think he's great. He's a tremendous talent, but I don't see it. And the same with April Larson. I think she's great. She's tremendously nice. She takes time to talk to everybody. I just don't see the finishes. And this is about finishing for me. It's are you the best or are you the worst? There's no halfway crooks. So I'm sorry, Sky. I'm sorry, Miss Larson, but you made the list.
Sky's first event of the year, I think, is this weekend. Music City Open, Bar Box 9-ball tournament. But there are some heavy hitters that are going to be there, and it's going to be fun. So
and that's his game. This is where he should, top 5. Let's see it.
It better be, because he's probably going to go. He's probably going to go top. Probably going to go opening blind bid in the Calcutta, I'd imagine. So
of course. Anything with Bar Box, you're looking for his name. Okay, last category, feel good moment of the year.
Yeah.
Diana, take us home.
I think for me, it was when PS1. When PS1, it was just like, I was tingly happy just because he put so much work into it. You could see that he's been practicing his frame, his shooting, his approach. And then just when he turned around and his wife was right there to witness it all, that was great.
Yeah. They kept putting the camera on her a lot. Like she was sitting there chewing thumbnails. What about you, Jeff? Feel good moment.
I have two feel good moments. They are drastically different moments from each other, but they're two distinctly different things. Ultimate Pool USA. The $100,000 check when 8 runners southbound out of Springfield, Missouri, won the grand finale from the league, and they brought them out that $100,000 check. Absolutely glorious. Like, you take a bunch of amateur barroom players and you hand them a $100,000 check at the end of a league year. What better story is there really in pool than that?
Yeah.
I mean, man, no other league's doing that. It's not happening. APA, BCA, none of these guys have ever paid out 6 figures to anybody. It's just take. These guys are giving money back. So that is absolutely fantastic. The other moment kind of felt good in here. Manila, Philippines Open. Jason Shaw versus Arseni. Jason got 2 balls left on the table. He's on the hill. He starts celebrating. He fist pumps. He says it's over. He makes the 8, and he just dogs the 9 ball to lose. And I can't think of too many things that made me happier this year in pool than watching Jason Shaw celebrate early and dog it.
Yeah.
For all the crap you can give, for all the crap they can give Tyler, he didn't celebrate before he missed a 9 ball. Shaw did.
That was a moment I definitely scrolled the video back just so I could screen record it and post it on everything. It's just in that situation, as a guy who's been at the table multiple decades, I know, he should know, you guys know, that when you get to that situation, just fucking roll it in.
Mm-hmm.
Just roll it in. Don't fucking sit there and smash it on 4-inch pockets and watch it go. White belt move right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, Narcini's reaction to that when his head came back from leaning back, it was great. It was great.
It's, as much as I wanted to hate that event, I actually really liked it. I thought, being in a mall was low class, but I guess when you're in that part of the world, you're limited on places to have it, and
that was a really good event.
Yeah, it was. The match with Fedor and Django.
Man,
great match. Everybody was on the
drama.
Yeah. How must that feel for Django or even Gorst at that situation to lose to an old man, or for this old man to beat the number 1 player in the world? That was a good moment. My feel good moment is something that happened recently, and call me a sap, but what do you think it's going to beat you?
Robbie coming out there to greet Sayasoa after she wins.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Yeah, that was.
In these robotic moments that we see pool players have, when they break, or when somebody's overly celebrative, that's fucking awesome for me. Show me you're a person too. They're selling you guys as products pretty much, but we're all people. And Robbie comes running out to tell his girlfriend, "Hey, you won!" and he goes and shakes Christina's hand. And it's when you see good people have good moments, that's what does it for me. And they're both good people. I don't have to tell you guys what I think of Robbie. Obviously, I've said it 10 times throughout this whole broadcast and many others. Great moment for her to cry and be on top of the world like that, and for her to do it with her significant other there. Mm-hmm. Awesome. That concludes everything, guys. This went pretty smooth. I hope we didn't offend anybody out there, Sky or April. Look, that's what it is. This is the Critics' Choice Awards. We're critic. We got a message in chat. Any input to favorite commentators? I guess to appease our friend here. Favorite commentators? I would have to say Mark White for me. I don't know about you guys.
And I guess it's Jeremy Jones. I guess that's my standard answer on that for what we've got right now. I'm not a huge Mark White fan. He annoys me most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just something about it. I don't know, but he's not the worst. That's for sure. Yeah, Jeremy Jones. I like his insight, and I don't mind it when there's he's commentating events that are happening at 4 a.m. in the morning. I can sleep. I'm just out. It's great. Yeah, JJ.
What about you, Diana?
I'm gonna have to go with a local guy. He used to do northwestern of the continent, but now he just stays home. Grant, he's with CSI. He watches the comments pretty good. He doesn't ignore them like some of the other commentators do. There's some commentators out there that you could literally bet on $1 million that they will never look at their comments. Grant does a really good job of like going back to the like people that are actually watching his channel.
Yeah. This guy in the chat said anybody like Carl Boys?
I like Boys. Boys is good. It's fun. Boys is fun to listen to for sure.
Yeah. To me,
Del Sim is really good as well.
The Highlander. Yeah. It's kind of weird, to hear people sometimes. I really think that Scott Frost and Jeremy have like the same monotone voice. I get confused sometimes on who's actually calling the events.
I don't get confused by it. I can immediately tell they are both very similarly monotone, but Scott has his own. I can hear Scott's thought process in his voice.
Yeah, he's a little bassier.
Yeah, it's a different kind of deal. But I'm not the biggest fan of Scott's commentary. That just is what it is.
Yeah. I know Mark White had that stroke earlier in this year, and a lot of times I heard him this year. He just seemed like he was a few steps slower. Understandably,
I didn't know he had a stroke.
I know he's usually pretty wily and very animated and all that, but I know he kind of had a rebuilding year, so to speak. But I hate, just like you were saying earlier, I hate bringing up the bad, but without the bad, we can't really celebrate the good.
That's right.
So I just I'll say a name. I don't mean it. I know I talk to these guys all year long, and they know I don't mean no harm. It's just look, Critics' Choice Awards. Let's call it out. I can't just do a show where it's like I love everybody. Let's hold hands in a circle. So it's not going to do that. It's not helping anybody. I'm hoping Sky's watching this and he's going, motherfucker. I'll show them.
I will give kudos to Matchroom though for renaming the MVP the Mikaman.
Yeah,
that was very well.
Kudos for that.
Yeah, we can add that on Feel Good Moment.
And then they botched today's trophy in China. Giant 4 on this trophy in China.
Wow.
It's just, I mean, I've dealt with Chinese people before in the past in sales, and if we brought them a number that had a 4 in it, they would crumple the paper up and throw it away and go, "No, we won't do it."
Well, I didn't know that.
It means death. We.
Oh, really?
No, yeah. It's pronounced 4 is pronounced the same way as death. It's basically a bad omen. It's like the number 13 is to us. They skip the 4th floor. They skip the 14th floor. They skip the 24th floor. There is nothing with a 4 on it over there. And Matchroom just trounces a big 4 on all the trophies for them. Well done, guys.
That's crazy. Good on you, Emily. M. Fraz. Look, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Those of you who watch, those of you who participated in the chat. Sorry I didn't get to everybody. I want to thank you guys for not only participating in this, but being full-time members of the Tang clan. Love having you guys here. I think both of you guys provide great takes, different takes, and I love that. It's not just two fatzos, talking the same shit. So yeah, I like to see that. You guys have anybody you want to shout out? We got a new year upon us, so hopefully a lot of good coming. Diana, you want to shout anybody out?
Probably just my dad. Hi, Dad. CSI's. I would probably go with Grant again. That I mentioned earlier. He's a really good guy when it comes to shout outs. So yeah, hi Grant. He might not watch this, but yeah, he's a good guy. And hi, Dad.
Clip it and send it to him. That's what I do. Everybody I want to know that I'm around. I just send him a clip of the show. Like John Moore, he's like, I didn't even know you did a show. What?
Yeah.
What about you, Jeff? Who you want to shout out?
Man, give a quick shout out to Chrissy with Jersey Girl Billiards. She got a lot of shit on last event she ran this year for no good reason, because people just like to shit on tournament directors and people who put them on. She runs a great event. It's one of the more fair handicap tournaments you're going to get. She's putting on one near you. You should go play it. And just, if you think somebody's robbing the tournament with too low of a handicap, buy them in the auction.
Yeah. I am going to shout out my beloved Chicago Bears. I am a ravenous Chicago Bears fan. It's not a proud moment, but when people ask how big a Bears fan I am, I tell them. When my mom died, my family was scheduling her funeral around a Bears-Packers game. I had to have the time moved. I'm sorry if that makes me a dick. My mother would be the first one to understand. She was a massive sports fan. But yeah, I'm a crazy Bears fan, and we don't have the playoffs too often, in case you guys haven't noticed. So I'm in cloud nine, especially beating the Packers and sending them to Cancun. So I'm going to shout out my Chicago faithful. Well, guys, this concludes our award show for our award season. Join us next year for the 26 Critics' Choice Awards, but also join us throughout the year. Look, I know I'm feeling very Emily Frazier-ish right now, but I don't have a schedule for the shows that come out. We usually try to schedule something around all the big events. But that's where my team here we'll put our heads together and we'll find out what events we want to cover and who wants to do what, or we just keep them all together. We'll figure that out. But if there's an event on the horizon, you can expect us to be here talking about it. So for Jeff, Diana, myself, thank you guys for joining us. You can see everything on the Gangster of Pool YouTube page, Facebook page, Instagram page. I have an OnlyFans, clips of my armpit. That's about it. We'll catch you guys next time. Thank you.